Who are the black-eyed children? Are they just stories meant to scare? Corrupted spirits? Or perhaps a dark version of ancient legends? The truth is that the reports repeat themselves in different places, always following the same pattern. They knock on your door, ask to come in, and stare as if waiting for your permission. And everyone who lived to tell swears the same thing. You must never look into their eyes. In the countryside of Brazil, many claim to have had strange and terrifying encounters with them. Some say they are spirits who lost their innocence and wander in search of human energy. Others believe their origin is linked to our own folklore, but in a much darker form. Today I will share accounts forever marked in the memory of those who experienced them. And in the next video, we'll talk about the Saci, to understand where this sinister version of the black-eyed children might have come from. Account 1. The Farm. When I was 10 years old, I went to visit my uncle's farm in Goiás. It was a hot night and we were having dinner when someone knocked on the door. 3 slow, spaced knocks. My uncle went to answer. At the door was a skinny boy, wearing a red cap, limping on one leg. He spoke softly. "Sir, may I come in? I'm lost." My uncle didn't answer. He shut the door with trembling hands and whispered. His eyes, they were completely black. No one slept that night. We heard footsteps running in circles outside the house, muffled laughter, and a thin whistle that never stopped. The smell of burnt tobacco seeped through the cracks in the windows. The next morning, the yard was covered with small whirlwinds of burnt leaves. Account 2. The Truck Driver. A truck driver from Minas said he was driving on a dirt road in the middle of the night when he saw 2 children standing by the roadside. He decided to stop to help. As he got closer, he noticed one of them spinning in circles, whistling softly, like a human whirlwind. The other stood still and lifted its head. Its eyes were completely black, without shine, without pupils. He ran back to his truck, but the key wouldn't turn. The engine seemed locked. Desperate, he began praying loudly. Only then did the engine start. When he looked in the rearview mirror, there was no one there. To this day, he swears he still hears that same whistle whenever he drives alone at night. Account 3. The Abandoned School. A group of teenagers in Sao Paulo decided to explore an old school that had been closed for years. They walked through the halls, recording everything to post online. At the end of a dark corridor, they saw a boy standing there, wearing a red cap, limping. He said, "It's cold here, can I stay with you?" They laughed, thinking it was someone playing a prank. But when they shined the light on the boy's face, everyone froze. His eyes were completely black. The video ends in seconds with screams and the camera falling to the floor. Days later, the account that posted the video disappeared, and the group was never heard from again. Account 4. The Apartment. An elderly woman from Belo Horizonte said she heard knocks on her apartment door in the middle of the night. She looked through the peephole and saw a child in the hallway, wearing a red cap. The child said, "Ma'am, may I come in? My mother isn't home." The woman almost opened the door, but something made her look again. The child's eyes were black. Without hesitation, she placed a sieve upside down in front of the door, an old custom meant to confuse the Saci. The whistling in the hallway stopped. When she looked again through the peephole, the corridor was empty. The mystery. Who are the black-eyed children? Are they just stories meant to scare? Corrupted spirits? Or a dark version of our folklore legends? The truth is that the reports repeat themselves in different places, always the same pattern. They knock on your door, ask to come in, and stare as if waiting for your permission. And everyone who lived to tell swears the same thing. Never look into their eyes. If one of these children appeared at your door, would you have the courage to open it? Comment what you would do in this situation. And if you want to know more about the possible origin of this legend, don't miss the next video, where we'll talk about the Saci and its connection to this mystery.